So I asked you guys to ask me some questions about GTA 6, but also about anything else you had questions about. So in today's video, I'm going to answer all of your GTA 6 questions, and maybe I'll even do another one of these if you guys really enjoy it. So the first question is, what would I like to see in GTA 6? So in GTA 6, I would love to see Rockstar expand on the storytelling that they did with Red Dead Redemption 2. This question is from The Hidden One, fantastic YouTuber, I love his channel. Rank these in terms of difficulty for creating a video. 1. Editing, 2. Narrating, 3. Script writing, or 4. Researching topics. So for me personally, I've been an editor for 10 plus years, so the editing for me is the most therapeutic part and the bit that I found the easiest to do. I'd say the hardest part is the script writing, because when it comes to YouTube videos, the format, the start, finish, middle, end, and keeping people engaged throughout the video is definitely the hardest part. So I think the script writing is definitely the hardest part. Then behind that, I'd say the next hardest part is researching topics. Depending what the topic is, sometimes it's really hard to get information. Then I'd say narrating, then I'd say editing in last place. This is a question from one of my channel members. What was the moment that you decided you wanted to be an editor? Did you watch a lot of YouTube when it was fairly new, got passionate about it at school, etc.? So for me personally, I've always loved filming videos, and I was always filming videos on my phone back in school. And this was some like 10 plus years ago, so I was always passionate about filming stuff and creating stuff. I think back in 2014 when I got my first MacBook was the kind of moment it clicked for me that I really enjoy editing, and I started editing for a few local friends, and as they grew on YouTube, I then started working with other YouTubers, so on and so forth, and it just kind of kept growing over the years. If you want to become successful at anything, whether it's editing, music, or otherwise, if you enjoy the thing first, it becomes a lot easier to make it a career. Do you think GTA Online will have a spin-off mode that's set in the future to incorporate the futuristic vehicles, properties, and missions? This would be really good, as it would give us more diversity without ruining the base GTA 6 online mode. I 100% agree with this. I feel like, for example, the Mark II Oppressor and other futuristic vehicles, if you don't like the Mark II Oppressor, you might like this t-shirt on my website. I think those sorts of vehicles are really good for a certain sort of audience that are really interested in them, but to the wider GTA community, they're kind of annoying, especially for the people that want to take the role-playing side of it a bit more seriously, and they don't have things like a PC to play 5M on. So I'm hoping that Rockstar keeps everything and doesn't remove any content, but at the same time gives different modes for people to experience different forms of gameplay, whether that's roleplay, whether that's standard online, whether that's a futuristic online where we have railguns and Mark II Oppressors and stuff like that. I'm hoping they give us way more different options when it comes to online modes. Do you think Michael from GTA 5 will return in GTA Online or GTA 6? I'm hoping that the last GTA 5 online update we get is hopefully a Michael DLC, however I find it extremely unlikely. And also I don't think we'll see any of the characters returning in GTA 6, however I do feel like they'll probably be referencing whether it's radio stations or news articles within the game or social media within the game. I personally don't think they're going to see them as characters in the main story mode, because that will break away from anything Rockstar's done previously. The next question is, do you think we'll get much more complex and intriguing villains in GTA 6? So I've stated this in a few videos in the past, but I don't think that the antagonist in GTA 6 will so much be a person, or most likely be a whole gang as a collective, or it would be the relationship between Jason and Lucia itself. Potentially throughout the story they could end up turning on each other or something similar to that. So I'm very interested to see what the main sticking point and the thing that dictates the pace of the game will be, but I guess we'll just have to wait for more information. Where's the first place you're going to on the map, bar the shoe shop? For me, it's going to be in the marina. As you guys know, I absolutely am obsessed with boats, and I want to see what all of this marine life and boat life is about in GTA 6. Miami and its waterways are known for the marine life, the boating culture, and I'm hoping that this is going to be a staple of the game, and from what we saw in the trailer, it will be. The next question is, when is the next CyberVice podcast? I always love the yarns from you two. Vids have been fire lately as well, bro. Keep it up. Thank you so much, dude, and I love the videos that you've been putting out too. So the podcast, we are still doing it. The only reason we've slowed down is when writing our topic list for podcasts, usually there's things in the trailer we can talk about, or there's news that's happened that we can really dive into and dig into. But we've both been putting out videos individually on these topics, and us jumping on a podcast to talk about the same things that we've already discussed on the channel would be a little bit pointless. So we're waiting for some serious news from Rockstar or something to happen in relation to GTA 6 for us to have a conversation where we can actually jump back on the podcast and talk about GTA 6. There's also the other side to it, which sounds completely selfish on both of our parts, but lining our schedules up is really difficult. We're on the other side of the world to each other, so usually I'm recording till like 1 in the morning on a Friday night, and obviously the podcasts come out on Sundays. So it really doesn't give me much time to edit the video, so it's only really worthwhile us doing it when we know it's going to get significant views. So yes, the podcast will be coming back, but when we have something really good to talk about. What was the motivation for this channel, or how much do I earn from YouTube? So firstly, the motivation for this channel. So the motivation for the channel is that I've been doing this for 10 years for other creators, and I had all the skill set and all the resources to actually go and do it myself. The only thing stopping me from doing it was just taking that leap and believing in myself enough to do it. Of course, I only started this channel 9 months ago, so I'm still in this grey area of I don't know what on earth I'm doing, so let's just figure it out as we go. But so far I've been loving it, and there are no signs of me slowing down on YouTube. And the next question there is, how much do I earn from YouTube? YouTube itself doesn't pay a lot. Like, if a video is under 8 minutes long, you earn about $2 per 1,000 views, and if the video is over 8 minutes long, that could be quite a bit more. But YouTube doesn't pay extremely well. I say most of my revenue comes from memberships, super chats, merchandise, and brand deals, with brand deals probably being the biggest percentage of that. What would be the first thing you do once you get past the prologue in GTA 6? Explore and probably find a boat. Also, what games are you playing whilst waiting for GTA 6, and what games are you looking forward to playing in the next 6 to 12 months? This is a really good question. At the moment, I'm going back and playing games like Far Cry. I'm trying all sorts of different games that either I haven't played in years or that I've never heard of. I'm trying games that I didn't think I would be interested in, but I'd say one of the biggest games that I've gone back to recently, which I haven't played in a long time, is The Saboteur. So Fishy did a video about this around about a month ago, and this game is honestly like Grand Theft Auto based in World War II, and I totally forgot about it. But recently I've been replaying it again on the PS3, and it's honestly such a good game. Is it 100% confirmed that we'll be able to explore underwater? It's not 100% confirmed, but it's very likely. I mean, looking at the fact that Florida's known for its marine life and we could go underwater in GTA 5, I don't think they'd remove that feature for GTA 6. If we can, what do you think the level of immersion and detail is going to be? I think it's going to be a lot of detail, especially as I've mentioned, the waterways around Miami are known for being a hotspot for marine life and all sorts of other stuff. Do you think Rockstar will add role-playing mechanics to GTA 6? For example, handcuffing NPCs. Spoiler alert if you guys don't want to know about the leaks, but in the leaks we were able to see that there were implements to tie people up, and I'm assuming it'll be very similar to Red Dead Redemption where you can hog tie people. It's very safe to assume that that feature will probably come back for GTA 6. In one of the earnings calls, Zalnick said that Rockstar seeks perfection. With that being said, do you think the game companies, Rockstar or not, will ever reach a limit in terms of what they can produce as perfection? On top of that, the idea of seeking perfection and advancements of tech have seemed to prolong game development. Do you think that too many companies focus on quality over quantity and focus too much on making their games last longer? Because at the end of the day, a brand new polished car, a new game release, does eventually become used and dirty, an old game that people are used to. I feel like too many companies focus on making a big new game that's planned to last for a while for monetizing instead of focusing on making a game just for the fun factor. Well, the truth of the matter here is that every single games developer that's big and worthwhile talking about is usually owned by external investors. A game coming out and selling loads of units with no further monetization model is useless, because a quick cash grab for games developers isn't worth it and it doesn't prove profitable. An example of this is Grand Theft Auto. For example, with GTA 5, they never had intentions for the online monetization model for GTA 5 to work really well, and of course it has been. It is the biggest earner for Rockstar Games. Game sales for Rockstar Games don't really matter at all. It's the online monetization models that generate all of the revenue for them. So in terms of games taking really long to develop, what they have to focus on is the quality over the quantity. They need a high quality game that's going to generate revenue for a long period of time to justify not only the investment into it from themselves and investment firms, but also the longevity of the game in the market. The game needs to last in the market long enough for the investor to not want to pull their money. And investor metrics are not based on quantity, they are based on quality. The better quality the game, the better the game is, the more sales it gets, the longer the customer life cycle on the game is, the more money the game makes, the more money the investor makes. How long do you think the story mode will be, and how long would it take to platinum? I personally believe that the story mode will be probably a bit shorter than Red Dead Redemption 2, but probably have a similar sort of amount of missions. One of the things that heavily contributed to the length of the story in Red Dead Redemption 2 was how much time it took to ride between locations for missions. Whereas I feel like in GTA 6 we'll have a higher mission density, but less travelling from one side of the map to the other for every single mission. And in terms of how long would it take to platinum, I'm really not sure. What other types of games do you wish to make videos on here? I know GTA 6 is going to be the most talked about here on your channel, but I'm intrigued what other branches of the games you want to make videos on. So for me personally, at the moment, there's two games I'm really interested in, GTA 6 and of course Call of Duty. The only reason I'm hesitant to talk about Call of Duty is that I'm very worried that the game's going to fall into the trap that the last 4 Call of Duties have fallen into, where the trailer looks amazing, it looks really interesting, but the game comes out and it's a bit sucky. So I'm waiting until the game comes out, and if it's really good, I'll make a load of videos on it, playing through it, etc. But until then, I'm just going to hold fire. I will probably do other videos on other games shortly though. I've got some ideas in the works. And I just want to say a brief thank you to today's video sponsor, VENOM. VENOM do a range of gaming accessories for both PlayStation and Xbox, as well as a few other handheld consoles. If you're based in the UK, you can use the code CYBERBOY to get yourself free shipping. They do all sorts of cool stuff and they've been a really great sponsor to the channel, so by supporting them, you're also supporting me. Definitely go and check out their range of gaming accessories and drop a comment and let me know what you think. Are you going to start making videos about video editing? I'd be interested in those. So there's a yes and no to this. I would love to, but the thing is if I make a load of videos about video editing, I know that they're going to get probably 100, 200 views. And unfortunately, this sounds really selfish and everything, but having 20 plus videos in succession on the channel that only have like 80 or 100 views on them looked really bad for the channel, and also tells YouTube's algorithm that people aren't interested in the videos I post. So it will limit the reach on my other videos, even if they are Grand Theft Auto videos. So I think when this channel gets bigger in the future and the channel grows a bit more, I'll probably drop a video series on video editing on a second channel. But firstly, I can't really afford at the moment to take 10 days to 15 days off making my normal content to make videos that aren't really going to generate any revenue for the channel. There is one video coming up in a couple of weeks, which is about me filming a commercial. I did a little behind the scenes of me doing a product shoot. So that's probably more in the corporate side of editing and video making, but I still think it's a pretty cool video to make. What thing would you expect not to come in GTA 6 in a way that if those things are featured in GTA 6, you'd be surprised either by good or a bad manner? So I'd be very surprised if co-op is featured in GTA 6, and the reason I say this is that Rockstar's approach to storytelling has always been building a direct relationship with the player. So the characters and the storytelling are supposed to evoke emotion in the player, or supposed to evoke a feeling. Someone else playing as Lucia or playing as Jason while you're playing through the story mode will completely take away from the character traits and the movement traits and everything to do with the actual perspective of the character. It no longer becomes Lucia playing, it becomes your friend playing the story with you. And a lot of games that have co-op in the story mode feel soulless. Like, the stories are less engaging overall. What are my predictions for GTA 7? I don't think we'll ever get a GTA 7 in my personal opinion. I feel like after GTA 6 we'll probably get a GTA 6 best hits compilation, which would probably be a GTA 6 map, a GTA 4 map and a GTA 5 map, all in one localized area, or potentially a remaster. I think if there ever was to be a GTA 7, it'll probably come out in like 2040 or something. I know this is a long shot, but imagine a zombie DLC like Red Dead Redemption 1. That would be awesome. To be honest, I think that'd be really cool to have a zombie mode in GTA Online. Obviously it'd be a totally weird and wacky and not make sense sort of scenario where the DLC is just completely random, but I do think it will add an element of fun, maybe as a Halloween DLC or something. Which new cities would you like to see in GTA 6 Online if they end up doing so frequently? I have no hopes for single player expansion from Rockstar in any means. I personally think we will be getting single player DLC for GTA 6. I spoke about this a bit in one of my last videos where the game was originally called Project Americas and the game was supposed to expand into the South Americas. I feel like some of the development work and ideas that they had for that will probably come back in the future as a DLC for the game. One of the biggest criticisms for GTA 5 was that we didn't get any story mode DLC, and it was one of the fan favourites for GTA 4. How many copies of GTA 6 do I predict will sell in the first 24 hours? Well, I'm not sure on how many copies, but in terms of a net revenue perspective, I think it's very likely that GTA 6 could do around $1 billion to $1.5 billion in the first 24 hours. Do you think the GTA 6 story will be longer than the Red Dead Redemption 2 story? No. Do you think GTA 6 and GTA 6 Online will last longer than GTA 5 did in terms of popularity? Yes. The first 4 years of GTA Online for GTA 5, Rockstar had no idea what they were doing. They were just figuring it out because they weren't ever expecting it to work. The map was never built for GTA Online, it was built for the story mode, and all of these additional functionality and features that we have in GTA Online were all an afterthought. That's why we have things like the screen going black and transitioning into an interior of a building, because nothing was ever modeled in the first place. For GTA 6, I'm pretty sure that they're building an online game and they're building a story around it rather than the other way around. If you could own any boat, what boat would you own and why? It would probably be a Sunseeker, a Fairline, or a Pershing. How long do you think the launch of GTA 6 will impact your channel? I reckon my channel will die when GTA 6 comes out for the first couple of weeks. And the reason why I say this is most people watch my channel for GTA news and GTA ideas and thoughts and reviewing GTA trailer footage and stuff like that. When the game comes out, everyone's already going to have that information. So all my old videos will stop getting views because who's going to be interested? So on launch day for GTA 6, I'm going to be starting again essentially. Yes, the algorithm will prefer me for GTA 6 content because I would have been doing it nearly 2 years at that point, but I'm going to be building a whole new audience. So I'll start off with gameplay footage, then I'll start off with cutscenes, then I'll start going through and playing the game on live streams and going through weird and funny missions and quirks and stuff. How many vehicles do you think there'll be in GTA 6 on the first day? I reckon round about 1,000 vehicles, including boats, planes and all of that stuff. Bulletproof glass is an upgrade for all personal vehicles, just like upgrading bulletproof tires. I don't know, I'm not really a fan of like all civilian vehicles having bulletproof glass and stuff like that. That's just, for me, it takes away from the boots on the ground GTA sort of thing, which I'm more interested in the realism. When GTA 6 comes out for pre-order, will you be going to the midnight launch and will you buy the standard edition, deluxe edition or collector's edition? Well, when pre-orders come out, there won't be a place to do a midnight launch. It will just be buying it online. When the game's actually released as a physical copy, maybe some places will do a midnight launch, but I very much doubt it. The days are gone of midnight launches now. Although they were really fun back in the day, it's actually not that convenient for a lot of people. A lot of services now allow you to buy a game and the game will actually get dispatched the day before it's due to be delivered, and it will be delivered on launch day. So midnight releases are pretty much gone now. And in terms of what edition, I'll probably get the collector's edition so I can review it. The next one is, can we see how you edit your videos? Obviously I spoke about this a bit before. I'll probably go into it more in the future. It probably might be better for me to do it in a live stream or something. Thoughts on the Midnight Club games? I loved the Midnight Club games back in the day. I think over time, in terms of like a city-based racing game, that's kind of what a lot of the modes in GTA 5 became anyway. So I feel like Midnight Club will always feel like a bad version of GTA if they ever did another one. My favorite GTA game would be GTA 5, and then in close second place is either GTA 4 or GTA Vice City. What are the chances you think GTA 6 gets delayed to spring or fall 2026? Very minimal. So originally the game was planned for release in 2024, but due to the pandemic and all of that stuff, the game got pushed back, and as of late last year it was planned for early 2025, but they weren't sure if they can meet those targets, so Take-Two Interactive set the release date as fall 2025, which essentially gave them an extra 3 to 6 months to work on the game. So I think fall 2025 is an accurate release window. Are we ever going to get any information on GTA 6? Hopefully soon. When would you expect GTA 6 Online, and would you do it with subscribers? So I'm expecting GTA 6 Online to come out around 2 to 6 weeks after the release of the main game. Rockstar in history have always liked us to play through the story mode first to get used to the controls, the map, and play through the story. And will I play GTA Online with subscribers? Of course I will. I want to know your exact predictions for GTA 6's release date. I personally feel like it will come out in like mid-October during the UK half term for schools. I'm not sure if it's the same in the US, but Rockstar actually releasing GTA 5 when people returned back to school in September of 2013 was a really weird time to release it. Alternatively, it could come out in September and GTA Online could come out in October. Will I be doing giveaways for GTA 6? Yes, when pre-orders are open, I'll be giving away pre-order slots for GTA 6. This is a question from Waxy. Where do you see yourself in 5 years on YouTube? At the top? Honestly, I don't know. I have no big ambitions of YouTube. I'm not going to try and be the biggest, best YouTuber in the world. I'm just going to try my best and make the best videos I can and see where it takes me. Do you have any friends getting married next year? I'm a wedding videographer from Canada. I'd love to travel over to the UK to film a wedding. I think the flights alone will probably cost more than a wedding video budget. Do you think console will be locked at 30 frames per second? I personally think that's very likely, but it all depends how the hardware and software work together, so we'll have to wait and see. How much do you know about BLACKROCK? So BLACKROCK are a primary investor into Take-Two Interactive, and I don't want to talk about them because I don't want corporate America unaliving me. San Andreas was better than 4, 4 was better than 5, I need 6 to be better than all of them. I don't know, I disagree with that. I think it depends what you're interested in. I think San Andreas was a great game because it was innovative for the time. GTA 4, the graphics and capabilities of the game for the time were incredible. And for GTA 5 it was a similar thing. The only thing I didn't like about GTA 5 is it didn't feel as rooted in reality. I think GTA 6 will be a combination of 4 and 5. It'd be a grassroots, boots on the ground take on real life like GTA 4 was, with maybe the humour of GTA 5. So hopefully that answers all of your guys' questions, and thank you so much for asking them. One thing I want to say here is that I'm trying to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm not even sure if it's possible. I really don't think it is, but there's no harm in trying. So thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one.